All right, guys. So you're familiar with my NBA errors in NBA 2K23. If you were to, say you wanted to, play in the, um, and it could be any era really. Let's do the Magic versus Bird era because I think that would show you the most dramatic emphasis of it. So they got the Jordan era, the Kobe era, Magic versus Bird era, which is really the 80s, the 90s, and 2000s. The 2000s all my personal favorite, but for this video, I'm gonna show you a cool trick here. So obviously with the Magic and the Bird era, or really any era, the gameplay looks very retro. The further you go back, and the 80s is the furthest we can go back. So the gameplay looks very retroized. I don't know if that's an actual word, but look, like you see the logos, the bullets, the pace. None of these logos are the same today. You know what I mean? But if you go, say we play a random game, we got Julius Irving. Like at this point, Michael Jordan hasn't been drafted yet. You know what I mean? So look at, you see how the gameplay is. It looks, look like TV from the 80s. And I wouldn't know. I wasn't even born to 91. But all right, guys, you see it. We'll get a shot in, or a defensive gameplay, a defensive possession. So the way it looks, you really can't even tell who has the ball because you can't really see their names too much. But you guys see how it looks. So just y'all remember that. And what I'm maybe actually able to do is you kind of see if I do an instant replay. You're able to see, how everything looks. But anyway, if you go to settings, boom, and you go down to era screen effects, you can change the special effects. Right now it's on because it's consistent with the 80s era, the way it looked on TV. But once you turn it on, so you can see how it pops automatically. I turned that off, and we go back to the gameplay. You see how crisp it looks? It's so much different, and you can actually tell who has the ball, like Malone and Richardson. I think this is Maurice Cheeks. Yeah. So you see how crisp it is? It looks beautiful. I'm gonna take a shot real quick, just because it looks so cool. All right, cool. Now, if I want to turn it back off, just so you can see the difference again, and this is how you do it. You just go to settings. And era screen effects. You could do the same thing with the flashes. It's like when they take pictures, you see those flashes. I don't really care about that too much, but really, you turn this back on, it's gonna look. You see how it looks like a video game from the 80s. If you want to see that, if maybe somebody, you played at this era, you're like, I want to see that. Absolutely. I'm just showing you, you have an option to change this if you want. Like for me, I want to play in the olden era, but I don't necessarily want to play with this that effect all the time. So let's just say I turn it back off, it looks modernized again. And you can kind of appreciate it a little bit more again. So I think that's pretty cool. And for example, so we're gonna hop out of this game, quit. If say you wanted to change that setting for the entire time you're going to be playing in the Magic versus Bird era, you go to options, you go to settings, then you go to gameplay right here. It's the fourth one down, and it's going to be there again. So it's a little there it goes. It's a little further down, but you see you got arena photo strobe flashes and era screen effects. You turn that off or on. Right now it's on off. It's, you could tell it looks different, completely different. So guys, that's all I wanted to show you. It's just you can change how the effects look. You can play in the 80s, but you don't necessarily need the 80s effects. You know what I mean? Unless you want to. But that's all I wanted to show you. I hope you guys are enjoying playing NBA 2K23. I am. I feel like I'm going to keep on playing it once 2K24 comes out. But all right, guys, that's all I wanted to say. And I hope you guys are having a great day, great time playing 2K.